Welcome everyone to Coach Connect Hub. Today we are joined by Viviane Casimir. She is the founder and coach of Myoku, a Zen mind-body alignment for inner peace and self-transformation with meditation and martial arts movements. Viviane is a member of the School of Zen and has given Myoku workshops in US, Canada, Norway, and France. And I have to tell you, I took some of this information and training from Viviane, and I love it. That's all I can say. And I can't wait for you to teach everyone, Viviane. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm going to let you take it away.
Thank you, Sam. It's a real pleasure to be here. Yes, yeah. So we don't have much time together, but I'll do my blah blah blah, and after, question and answer if you have any. So I suppose that you guys know how to meditate, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that. But just a reminder, Zen means the etymology. Zen means meditation already. So, and the goal of Zen is to help people wake up to their true nature, become enlightened, and help this world. So that's the Zen meditation, is to reconnect with yourself. So what I do with Myoku is to make people understand that it's not just the mind that has to be enlightened. The body has a consciousness. So when we say mind-body connection, it's not from the old paradigm of my emotion affect my body. Yes, of course, we know that already. But it's to go further, is to understand that when your mind is expanding, when your consciousness is expanding, the body has to follow to support it. And then that's true oneness of mind bodies. Okay? So that's just a brief explanation of what I do. So whatever the reason why you meditate, there's so many nowadays, so many reasons. But what I'm going to do with you is just to give you some exercises and the breathing technique, and physically sitting with some exercises, how to free the energy of the spine, the head, the eyes, to deepen your meditation. And just remember, meditation is not just sitting on a cushion. Okay, meditation is to develop a state of mind that you will keep all day long, a free, open mind that makes you go beyond duality. That's what Zen is about. So when we say meditation, we don't mean just sitting. We mean try to keep that open mind that's beyond duality, okay, to interact with the world and others. So I have three documents that I think Sam will share in the chat. But for now, let me start with this, because what I do is more the Chinese way of doing things. So here it is. This, you see that? I hope everybody see that. Okay, these are the three qi that Chinese medicine and martial art from the East are using. Okay, the three qi centers are like chakra, except for India, Tibet, and the Hinduism system. They count 7 chakra. In the Chinese medicine and in the Eastern martial art, they count 3 center of energy, but they are kind of overlapping, so no big deal. Just to show you, if you hear that, it means more or less the same. So there is the upper Tentian, that's Chinese, the word Tentian, the middle Tentian, and the lower Tentian. The lower Tentian is when the Qi springs, is where the Qi springs. And in Japanese, they call it the Hara, H-A-R-A. So if you know a bit about martial art, you know that the samurai in the past, when they lost their honor, they had to commit suicide, and it was a harakiri. So they would start, with a knife at the lower Tentian and go up like that. Okay, so that's the most important Qi center, is that one. That one is the Hindu system, the bro chakra, okay, the third eye chakra basically. The middle tendion covers the heart and the lungs, but they call it the middle tendion. And the bottom is the root chakra and the sacral. So those three chi have to be aligned properly for the energy to flow, they say, from heaven and earth. Okay, so that's the importance of straight posture and everything. The other thing is I wanted to use a quote. It's not mine, so I would say don't refer to it as Viviane thing. It's not me. It's from a webinar I took, okay, with Lord Burrell or whatever his name. I don't remember. So the true deep healing is only truly possible by unlocking consciousness. That's a powerful statement. I don't need to explain too much. I think it's self-explanatory. But what I wanted to say is whenever you change level of consciousness, it automatically shifts something in the body. So remember, it's not just here, it's also physically. And if you know about these new things happening now, happening now, it's been going on, but let's say now we talk about it even more, it's epigenetics, okay? And epigenetics is a great example that your DNA does not control your body. I don't want to go in details, but just to say that if you raise your consciousness of the body too, you change the milieu in which the cells of your body are swimming or bathing, let's say. So the environment being higher vibration and healthier, automatically you change the body. Okay, so everything is connected. Just remember that. And the last thing I want to show you briefly, you will have those documents, but just to explain to you, is the breathing techniques that I'm using most of the time with my clients. So breathing techniques, just a brief explanation. Breath brings life, of course, okay? Qi and oxygen to the cells. It also connects the mind to the body and to your essence or your true self. Why do we talk about conscious breath? Because we breathe every day. That's the autonomous system, I think we say in English, autonomous nervous system. Okay, you do it without thinking. It does it naturally. But since we were born, let's face it, it's not a perfect world. Our emotion, lifestyle, everything like that has affected our way of breathing. So we don't breathe the right way, to the maximum potential of the body. So when we say conscious breath is to act on it, act on the breathing. It helps reprogram your physiological system. Okay? It increases consciousness in every cell and so much more. So never underestimate it. There are thousands of breathing techniques in yoga, Zen, meditation, martial art, tea ceremony also. They do a certain type of breathing. They are all used for different purposes, for health, wellness, for metaphysics, to develop chi and cultivate it, for spiritual connection, for a sense of peacefulness, and so forth. So here are the most used techniques in Myoku. So we're not going to do all of them. We're going to do the yang breath. We're going to do the isometric, the ibuke, and the regular breath. Okay. I always start with yang because I follow very much the Shaolin way of doing things. Because the yang is to reinforce the qi in our body, in our organ. And why do we do that? Is because most of the time we survive, we don't live really. So the body is depleted of its energy. So as a standard, they always start in Shaolin, they always start with yang breathing, okay, to raise the qi, to make it vibrate for your organ and nervous system. And we're going to do so how do we do it? We breathe in 8 seconds, that's the standard, but you can go higher. But as a standard, you breathe in 8 seconds, you hold it 4 seconds, and you breathe out 8 seconds. So it's called yang because whenever you hold the breath, it's yang. Okay? Don't do the yin, please. People are so into, I want to get enlightenment. So people want to do the yin one, which is more in internal implosion. But be careful because if you do too much of the yin, you can mess up your cardiovascular. So don't do the yin. Okay, trust me on that. For now, I mean, after that, you may be able to. But isometric, ibuke, it's done very often in karate, in Shaolin. We breathe in, we breathe out while applying tension on the part of the body, or we hold the breath and we are applying a technique. So it forces the chi much more in the cell, okay, in that sense. So that's how they develop their chi in the Shaolin technique. The regular breath, most commonly Buddhist and Zen, but of course in yoga also they do this, is you breathe in 9 or 12 seconds. You can go higher. All of these are just standard, but you can go higher, okay? You breathe in, let's say 9 seconds, and automatically you breathe out 9 seconds, and you start again. It's like a cycle, non-stop, okay? The normal breathing is you breathe in, you hold 2 or 3 seconds, and you breathe out. That's the normal way of the cycle of breath. But it's a conscious breathing, remember. So you control it to develop more the power of the energy of the body. Okay, so you breathe in 9, and right away you don't wait. You breathe out 9 seconds, and you start again. 9 in, 9 out, 9 in. Okay? So that's the techniques we are going to use. And before we use the techniques, let's do some movement while we are sitting. And this is to help to deepen your practice of meditation when you are sitting. Very often there's a kind of stagnation in the energy and we feel kind of sleepy and blah, blah, blah. So doing this, it opens the channels of the body, the energy. The first thing is your head. How to free the energy from the torso to the head, it's the neck. So we're going to do a few things with a yang breath. Okay. Yeah, let me do with you first 2 or 3 cycles of yang breath, so you're going to understand what it is. Okay, so let's do 8 seconds, the standard. If it's too much for you, let me know, and we're going to lower it to 6 instead of 8. So when you change the number of seconds, follow the ratio. The standard is 8-4-8. If you want to do less, do 6-3-6. You see what I mean? Okay, follow the ratio. So let's start with the standard. And this, as I said, if it's too much for you, let me know. Okay, so I'm going to count the seconds. I have the clock. I'm going to count the seconds. Okay, and we're going to do it together. So you know how to breathe, but just to make sure that we are all on the same page. If you breathe out, normally you pull in your muscles in, up, like you are trying to reach your spine. Okay, so breathe out and contract all your muscles, your stomach muscles, to the spine. Okay, now release the muscles. What's happening? You breathe in. Okay, so that's the way the breath should be. You breathe in, you expand your stomach, you breathe out, you pull in. Okay? Don't exaggerate it. I just did it with you just to show you how it works, but don't pull in too much, okay? Just to give you a sense of the movement. In, out, okay, with the stomach. So let's do 2 cycles of the yang breath. And again, is to boost the chi in you, the vitality. So back straight, okay, to allow the spine to be straight so the energy can circulate more freely. And let's do it. So I'm going to say in, meaning breathe in, hold to keep the breath, and out as the breathe, the exhale. Okay. In, hold, out. In. Hold. Out. Last one. In. Hold. Out. And that's it. So you have a sense of the yang breath. If it's too easy, well, go higher. Go 10, 5, 10, or go even higher, but follow the ratio. Okay. Normally you do it, let's say 8 cycles of this kind of breath, and then you just let your body breathe by its own. And the regular breath will come back, which is you breathe in, you hold, slide, and you breathe out. You don't hold, the body does it automatically. Okay. So that's the thing. Good. So we're going to use then the yang breath, meaning we're going to hold the breath. Okay. So what we're going to do is 3 types of movement with the neck. We're going to do up and down with the breath held. Okay. We're going to do sideways with the breath held, and circling both sides, with the breath held. Okay. So if it's too much for you, stop whenever you can't do it anymore. Okay. There's no point in forcing the body. Okay. So let's start. Keep your chin down. We're going to start up and down. Okay, that's one cycle. Up, down. Okay, we're going to do 3 of them, 3 times that, with the breath held. Okay, so let's do it. In, hold, and do it 3 times. And you breathe out. So slower you go, the slower you go, the deeper it affects. Okay, but as I said, if 3 times is too much, don't do 3 times. Okay, this is just a standard. Good. Let's do it again. Breathe in and do it 3 times. Hold the breath. Good. If you're sensitive, you may feel already zoom, zoom. You may feel your field, energy field, vibrating. Good. Now the sideways. Alors start whatever side you want. So breathe in, hold your breath, start with one side, and that's 1. Okay. So let's do it 3 times. Breathe in, hold your breath, and go. Second time. Breathe in, hold, and do it. And breathe out. Good. Again, if you're not used, you may feel your head a bit spinning. The third one is circling. So take your time to really circle your neck. You may hear clack, 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 okay, because you are working on your ganglion there. So I'm sorry. So let's start with the head dropped. Okay. Breathe in, hold your breath, and do one side 3 times. Okay. Go. Breathe in, hold, and do it. Whew, I'm already warm. Okay, the other side. Breathe in, hold, and do it the other side. Good. Again, you may feel the energy spinning. Okay, it's not your head, it's the energy, like a vortex. Good. We do the same now with the eyes to work on the third eye chakra. So you can keep your eyes open or closed, it doesn't matter. breathe in and start with your eyes looking down and go up as far as you can. Stretch your muscles of your eyes too. Go up and down 3 times with the breath held. You ready? Breathe in, hold, and start with the bottom. Go up. And breathe out. Second time, breathe in, hold, and do it. Good. Now let's do the side. Breathe in, start with the left. I mean, for me, it's always my standard. Breathe in, hold, start with the left, and 1, 2, like that. Go. Just the eyes. And breathe out. Stretch your muscles of your eyes. Stretch them as far as you can. Okay? If it's painful, I mean, don't force. Obviously, you know what I mean. Okay, good. The second time, breathe in, hold, and go. And breathe out. Good. Now let's roll the eyes. So choose one side, start with the bottom, just like with the head, and do a full circle around, okay, 3 times. Breathe in and go. And breathe out. The other side, breathe in, hold, and go. Good. Ah, you're still with me? Good. Okay. So that was for the neck and for the head, basically, the neck and the third eye. Now for the torso, it's important to loosen up the spine. Okay. We are sitting, so the spine cannot rotate completely because your hips are steady, stable. So it's going to be like having your sacrum and the spine doing this. Okay. So don't go too far to create a tension. You feel where your body says it's enough. Okay. So we're going to bring our hands like the beach ball. Okay. Give some round shape to your arms. Keep your hands palm facing your shoulders. Okay. Don't drop your hands, just facing your shoulders with no tension. Okay, the chi comes out where there's no tension. So no tension. We're going to breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're going to turn left. Don't go too far if you feel the tension. I mean, be reasonable. Okay, so let's do it. I breathe in and I turn left as I breathe out slowly. I stay there. I breathe in and I breathe out, trying to go even further left. Don't push if your torso cannot. Now you breathe in and you hold your breath. Okay, young breath. Let's do it. In and hold. Try to push further left with your breath held. You're going to see you have more range of motion. And out. Stay there, breathe out. Breathe in and go right completely slowly as you breathe out. Keep your hands facing your shoulders. So it's important not to move your hands further your shoulders. Leave them facing your shoulders. Okay? It's not important how far you go. It's the stretch of the spine that we want. Okay? Now, breathe in and try to push a little bit further right if you can as you breathe out. Now breathe in, hold your breath and try to push right further. Go. Stay there, breathe out. Breathe in and come back. Breathe in and drop your hand slowly. Good. We're going to do now the ibuke, the second type of breathing I wanted to show you, ibuke. We call it in the West isometric breathing. is you hold your breath and you do a strengthening movement, and then you breathe out, or you breathe in, and as you breathe out with a resistance, you do a movement. Okay, that boosts more vitality in every part of your body. Okay? So in martial art, we do it for the front chakra and the back chakra. So the front one, we breathe in with your hand, whoops, under the armpit. So it's a nice gathering of energy. And make a fist, tighten your fist, and imagine that someone is holding your wrist and you want to push the person with resistance. Okay, push the person away. Hold your breath. It's a young breath. Okay, so let's do it. We breathe in, we make strong fist, tighten your fist, and hold your breath and push forward with resistance. And you breathe out. Second time, breathe in, make a nice fist, hold the breath and push forward. Third time, I am boosting you. Good, good, good. Make a nice fist and push forward. Drop your shoulders. Is your torso forcing, not the shoulders. Good. That boosts the energy in the front. Now for the back, we're gonna do the same thing. Breathe in, open your hands. I cannot with my left wrist, but open your hand and you're gonna push with the bottom of your palm, like you want to push something down, okay? And you're gonna do it with your breath out with resistance, like that. Imagine you have a resistance. Someone is pushing up and you are pushing down, okay? And at the same time, you let your breath come out between your teeth. Okay, let's do it 3 times. Itch. Knee. And sound. I'm sorry, I count in Japanese, meaning anyway, 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. Okay, so if you're sensitive about the energy, you can feel already. I feel warm right now, but you feel that the tonus is kind of zoom, zoom. Okay, in that sense. After that, there are a few others, but I'm going to just mention one more because I am recording a Myoku program for Humanities Team. By the way, Humanities Team is a great organization. I don't know if you know this platform. It's a wonderful streaming platform for science and spirituality. And I'm recording a Myoku program for them. So that's part of the program. So I'll let Sam know when the program is uploaded with this company and you can register for that. So, so the other technique is you're gonna cross your fingers like making a little basket of energy. That one I love. We do it also standing. This is just sitting. Huh? We do other thing while standing. Because by the way, people ask me, Zen means meditation, as I said at the beginning, but we have 2 types of Zen. We have the Zazen, meaning sitting meditation, and Do-Zen, meaning meditation in action. Okay, so we don't have time for Do-Zen, but another time I'll show you. But that's just for Zazen, for the sitting meditation. Okay, so we have a little basket. Okay, we make a basket. We start at the lower tandian, below the belly button. So with no tension, we keep our hands crossed there. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to start breathing in as I turn my back, my torso to the left, and I breathe in with my little basket up to my forehead, the third eye. I turn my fingers out and I stretch them, and I breathe out as I turn my torso. And then when I am at the maximum on my right, I come back breathing in And when I reach my left, when I started, I turn my fingers in and I breathe out while I turn facing you. And then as soon as I cross the center, I turn right, I breathe in and I do the same thing. I stretch my finger and I breathe out. I come back, I breathe in, and I turn my fingers towards me and I breathe out as I turn my back, my torso to left. Okay, so this is the rotation. The beauty of it is it's not just to raise the vibration of your body, it's also to make the chi fluid because the consciousness goes with it. Okay, so fluidity of the chi, but also of the consciousness because you focus on yourself. Okay? It makes it. Consciousness is not here. Consciousness is like the mind, it's everywhere. You know, there's a Zen question like that. A Zen master asked, "Where is your mind?" And the student said, "I don't know." Well, here it is. You are peaceful now. Your mind is everywhere, basically. Okay. So, what I mean, let's do it now. I just wanted to show you the movement, but let's do it. So, make a nice basket of energy. Put your hands below your belly button with no tension. And let's turn together left. As you turn left, slowly breathe in, breathe in. Raise your hands to your third eye. Turn them out, stretch your finger and start breathing out as you turn right. When you reach the right side maximum, come back, breathe in. And when you are back to the left, turn your fingers in, breathe out. Come back facing me, and as you turn to the right, breathe in. Don't stop the motion. Stretch your fingers out, breathe out. As soon as you reach the maximum to the left, come back, breathe in. When you are back to the right side, turn your fingers in, breathe out, and turn to me. Exactly. Let's continue. Continue. Breathe in to the left side. Bring your fingers up to the forehead. Turn your fingers out, stretch, and breathe out. As you reach the maximum to the right, come back left, breathe in. Turn your fingers in, breathe out as you turn to me, and right away turn right, breathe in. Start a new cycle. You see what I mean? No interruption of the cycle of breath. Breathe out. And then come back, breathe in, and breathe out. Okay. Well, it's the first time. So you focus on the technique. You want to learn, okay, when am I supposed to turn? So of course, your mind is focused on the technique. But more you do it, you're going to see it's not you doing it anymore. It's the breath carrying you. It's the movement carrying you. You see what I mean? Bang. I do it fast just to give you a sense of motion. You see? Boom. Boom. So it's the breath carrying you, okay, in that sense. Good. The last thing is not a movement, but that's enough movement for you to give you a sense of how to free the energy for sitting meditation. Okay? We overlook that aspect, and it's very important, is the lymphatic system. Okay, it's very in fashion now. Specialists talk about it because the lymphatic system, you know what it is. I'm not going to give you a class on this, but it's the only system, the fluid system in the body that has no pumping. Okay, the heart pumps, so the blood circulates with the pumping of the lymphatic has no pumpage. So that's why you need to move every day because the action makes contraction and helps the lymphatic system. Okay, so what we do when for sitting meditation, after all those movements we do, we help the lymphatic system drain. So we start with the feet. You can massage your feet, but you don't need me to tell you that. The other thing is you have a line, the tibia, your big bone of your leg, of your shin, right below the tibia, there's a lymphatic node. So move with your fingers or your knuckles. I use my knuckles. I go up like that, okay, to drain, to help the lymphatic system. I drain up from my ankle to my knee, okay. I press up, I press up. If it hurts, it's good. If it doesn't hurt, it's also good. It's not supposed to hurt. If it hurts, it's because you have meridians of the body that need some stimulation. It's no big deal, okay? So you massage up. So with your fingers or your knuckles, massage up, okay, in that sense. 6 to 8 times is good. More is good, of course. So you do it both legs, okay? Both sides of your shin, okay? In that sense. And then you go from the knee to the hip along the inside of your thighs. Again, press hard and move up. You need to drain the lymphatic up, okay, up to the heart. So with your fingers or knuckles, I use my knuckles, okay, on both sides. You do one leg and then you do the other one. Move. Again, if it hurts, it's because you are working on your meridian. It has nothing to do with the lymphatic. You're doing something to your meridian, which is good. You stimulate it, okay? Good. That's the leg. The arm is the same. Remember, there is symmetry in the body, okay? So the forearm, it's the same thing. Along here, the line of the inside, okay? Use your fingers, or I use my 2 knuckles. I massage inside to drain the fluid up. The lymphatic system is what takes the toxin out of your body, okay? I suppose you know that, so I don't need to. Both sides, okay? With the forearm, the other side, I drain. I help my lymphatic nodes and vessels to drain the toxin out. The arm, the biceps, okay? Right the line at the middle, do it also. Drain it, drain it, drain it. And the other side, drain it. And if you're sensitive enough, again, I'm saying that because not everybody feel it. You feel already that, woof, something is working in me. And then under the armpit, pull towards your body, okay? Massage toward your body with your fingers. Go towards the upper part, okay? Move, press. This is where the big nodules are. When you go to the doctor, that's where they check also, okay? So move, help the lymphatic system. The brain, the head, the brain has also lymph. It's called the glymph, okay? So go below the lobe of your ears and press down like this. Help to drain the toxin out of your brain, okay? There's both sides. I'm doing it quick just to show you. You don't need to do it with me right now, but I'm just showing you, okay? They say that during the night, the glymph is very active, the draining system of the brain, and the brain shrinks during the night to get all the fluid, the toxin out. So the morning, that's where sometimes you feel yucky because the toxin have built up. You need to let them out, okay? And the last one is right here above the collarbone. Call it the collarbone, I think, yeah. And the hole right here above, massage it too. That's the link between the head and the torso for the lymphatic system. I mean, it's a link, okay? And that's about it. There's more, but you need to be a professional to work on your body. But that's enough for anyone to work every day on yourself, okay? To maintain, in that sense, the mind-body vibrating. Let's say, okay. So I think that's about it. Yeah.
Sounds
So,
perfect. Thank you so much, Viviane.
my pleasure. If there's any question, I went fast, but you get the idea of yeah.
I have a question.
One
When you
second, Rich.
say-
One second, Rich.
Oh.
1 second. How can people get a hold of you? And then I'm going to stop the recording and we'll go into questions, Rich. How can people get a hold of you?
On my website, they can send me email there, or I am on Facebook, Myoku Center. I am on Instagram, Myoku. And my website is Myoku Center in oneblog.com. And yeah, and for you guys in the group of Sam, you can shoot me an email. It's myoku77@gmail.
Okay, I will put
Okay.
everything in the show notes. Thank you so much, Viviane.